Hi, I'm Kacey.
And I'm Gianni.
I never finished reading the Animorphs books as a kid, and I still haven't as an adult.
And I've never read them.
We can't tell you where we live.
But we can tell you that we want to revisit these books as adults and dive into what we would keep or change if we were to put it on TV.
Two friends, 50-something books. Welcome to morphinbuddies.
Sure. I mean, you can cream me anytime. Yeah, I love getting creamed, cream pied, cream... Yeah, they call me Big Cream in these streets. I don't know if you've heard that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of morphinbuddies with me, your host, Kacey Cisnowski, and Mr. Gianni DeMaia right across from me.
Oh, hello, Kacey.
Hello,
a pleasure.
Gianni.
I'm wearing my blue light glasses because I've been staring at the screens for too long this week.
Oh, no.
It's a good thing because it means that I have a lot of writing stuff, but it's a bad thing because deadlines and eye strain and whatnot.
Boo.
So it's been a week. It's been a week.
Yes.
And I capped it off with this book.
And how'd you feel about this book? This book is The Weakness, which is Rachel on the front cover. What was she turning into, Gianni? Remind the folks.
She was turning into a cheetah.
Yeah.
Which I'd love to know how she acquired, but this book doesn't really give a shit about that.
I feel like the person that wrote this book has never read any of the series.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot to say and also none to say at the same time. I don't think it'll be a surprise to anybody who's read this far into the series. Obviously, this is book 37. If you're clicking on this, I can't imagine you're clicking on this out of nowhere, right? So, but
unless you're really cool.
I told Kacey, really cool. I was like, we gotta get right into it because one, I have a hard out on the record today, which is unfortunate, just inside baseball. But two, I need to get right into it because I'm coming hot off finishing this book, and hot indeed, like piping. And it truly feels like there's so many thoughts swirling around in my head, and I don't even know how to funnel them into one cohesive stream of consciousness. So I'll start to give the positives of this book, because I don't really know. I haven't really looked what other people say about this book. I imagine it's probably pretty negative. So I'm gonna take us on a different trajectory here. I'm gonna say the positives of this book. The biggest positive that I can give this book, that I'm sure hasn't crossed anybody's mind, is I think structurally this book is very sound. I can see exactly what they were going for, strictly in terms of structure. So just like the sort of 3-act structure that Animorphs typically adhere to, I think that I totally see the vision of what the ultimate idea here was. I think it really comes to a head when you get at the end of what I would call the second act of this book, when Marco really has his 180 turn and appeals to Rachel to try to get her not to go on a suicide mission, and to encourage that her methodology of leadership is actually exactly what they need in order to save Cassie. Spoilers, they're going to have to save Cassie at some point in this book. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to read this book if you haven't read it. But we'll talk about the plot in detail in a second. As far as positives go, that is the only one, because this book is... I think the most generous thing that I could say about this book is that it is fan fiction. I think that the least charitable thing I could say about this book is that it is character assassination.
Yeah.
If you liked Rachel going into this book,
her in this one.
This book is designed to make sure that no one will ever come away from this series liking Rachel, because this book exists.
Yeah.
This is
pretty bad.
This is straight up, like, the whole time I was reading this book, Kacey, the whole time, I'm waiting for the reveal that this is some sort of alternate dimension version of Rachel, where the Starfish book, I can't even remember what the Starfish book was called, but the Starfish book happened, and she was mean Rachel, where she was mean and stupid, and that was like her whole personality. I was waiting the whole time in reading this book for the reveal that this was an alternate dimension in which only me and Rachel existed.
Yeah.
Because that's how she acted this
Yeah.
entire book.
Yeah.
And that reveal never came. Rachel was just stupid and mean.
She's so one note.
She was an arrogant,
annoying
douchebag.
Yeah, she
book.
was. Was she worse than Jake? Was she worse than Jake?
I mean, in this singular instance, yes.
Yeah.
I forgive her for the because, like, in my head, this book doesn't exist. I've already erased it from my mind. The second we hit end on this podcast, this book doesn't exist to me.
I was gonna say while you were describing the book, I was like, I kind of already forgot what this book was about, and I finished it 2 days ago.
Oh my god, there's like. Nothing happens, and also everything happens in this book. So, like, I don't blame you. Like, this is the epitome of eyes glaze over as they. And I'm so sorry. Like, just to say it, and I used to say this on the Bad Movies podcast all the time when we were doing that.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth mentioning because I'm gonna be like mean to this book because this book was mean to Rachel. But I need to say it like. To the ghostwriter who wrote this book, I don't think that you're a bad writer by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I think that everybody is capable of good work. Some things are just more indicative of it than others. This is an awful book. Like, this is atrocious. As a part of the Animorph series, but also as its own singular adventure as well, because this book is pure high camp in terms of the plot elements that happen, and yet everything is taken so seriously. They crash a plane into a building. Like, that is a plot point that happens in this book.
Honestly, I'm shocked it didn't immediately explode everywhere.
And it's not played for laughs.
I know.
This is crazy. Also, what the fuck were they how is that the most effective way to get to the pool that they're trying to go to?
That's the best way. That's the best way.
Lunacy. And that's like only one element of this, but that's not even talking about the entire just moronic plan to defame Visser 3 to some random strange Yurk that we've never met before. I have no earthly idea what went through the heads of whoever worked on this book. I can only imagine being the editor getting this back and, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Because you probably have a deadline.
Yes. I feel like this person may have just not been familiar with the series and the characters. I think they just got the outline from Applegate, and Applegate's like, here's a quick overview of all the characters, because all the characters were kind of one note. There wasn't really layers to each character like we're used to. There was no nuance. I think it was a deadline, and I think the person was not familiar with the series at all or the characters.
I totally agree. I think that Marco gets one scene that kind of gives him some semblance of a different tract. But I overall, yeah, you're totally right. They are all very one note. And that's putting it generously. Yeah. I think that definitely this ghostwriter could not have been familiar with this book because I don't see any other reason why you would take Rachel in this direction unless did they get the wrong outline? I don't know. So this is written by someone named Elise Smith. I literally just typed in ghostwriter who worked on Animorphs 37.
Okay.
So this is written by Elise Smith. Elise, I don't think you're a bad writer, but I do think this is a awful representation of your book.
Yes. This is not a good representation of you as a writer.
This is apparently her only book in the series.
Okay.
And I can see why, because I don't think that she read anything else that happened in the series.
No.
There's really not there's not anything else to say. I guess there is one other positive. This is one of the best Jake books that we've had, so that's good.
Jake was great in this.
Jake was awesome.
Jake was really great in this.
For those who haven't read the book, the joke there is that, one, I hate Jake, and two,
you hate Jake.
He's not in this book. Which
He's
is
barely
awesome.
in this book.
He's in the very, very end. He just shows up, which I thought was super funny. She's at someone else's house,
yeah,
and she walks outside, and she's like, and there Jake was on the driveway, and they walk home together. And she never asks, like,
how'd you find me?
How did you find me? What are you doing here? Nothing.
She's like, I smelled you on the wind.
Yeah.
That
also,
like my cousin.
I don't recall, but do they even say where Jake was this whole time? They're just like, yeah, he was away.
No, he's just he was away, and Tom stayed home to take care of the house.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay, sure, I guess so.
Right.
I mean, look, no complaints from me as a Jake hater.
Yes,
I loved it, but yeah, man, this was
good.
rough.
Yeah, this was pretty rough. At the beginning of the book, I was like, why, like the first paragraph or two, I was like, why does Rachel suddenly have ADHD? Like, she's just like ping one subject, ping another subject, ping another subject. Oh, well, I guess that's why boys like me. Oh, that's why and she's just like pinging back and forth, and I'm like, hang on, this sounds way too familiar, and this is not the Rachel that I know. This is not the Rachel I know.
No, I mean, it would have checked out for me and Rachel, and even then, I think it would have been bad. But to be very clear, like, this book is bad on so many levels.
Yeah.
This book is bad. Obviously, the worst aspect of this book is that it exists in the context of this series, which is something that we've complained about other books in the series before. It's just, of course, you get to a certain point, and also you're a ghostwriter. Of course, you're not going to be able to keep track of all this continuity. It's not like someone was holding all the Bible lore of this entire book series, et cetera, et cetera. So obviously that's the worst part. But also it needs to be stated that, one, all of the plot elements, if they're not nonsense, they're almost nonsense. And two, if this was the version of these characters that existed in whatever, like, if I like, let's say this is the only Animorphs book you ever picked up, you didn't even know that it was part of a series, you just picked it up, you read this, you would never read another book in the Animorphs series, because why would you root for any of these guys? This is so, I mean, Axe is the most robotic I've ever read him. Cassie exists to be saved. Tobias has nothing to say. Marco is a douchebag. Marco's mean, and mean. Rachel is the most arrogant,
nasty,
just not a single redeeming quality apart from she feels bad when she messes up. Don't we all? And then Jake comes in and lies to her face, and the book ends. That's really all this is. The weakness, the titular weakness,
it's the weakest of the series,
is
honestly.
that it exists.
Yikes. And there's the police just going to arrest the ghostwriter.
I mean, finally, thank God. I'm so sorry, Elise. I'm sure you're very talented.
I'm sure
you're I'd love
very
to read
talented.
Something else you've written.
Yes.
Maybe in your own universe, but this was not it.
This was not it.
I can't believe they even let this go to print.
Yeah.
It's how
I assumed they were just starting to really churn out these books and needed to get to the end, and I think it was a lot of deadlines and a lot of pressure to get these out so we can get closer to the end so we can finish the series. I think that's what it was, honestly, in my headcanon. But
I think you're right.
Well, let's just jump into this and do a quick overview.
Sure.
For the folks.
I can't wait to tell people what happens in this book. I really hope that there's someone out there who listens to this podcast who's never read a single Animorphs book, who reads
Probably
them all vicariously through our plots.
Yes.
Because, boy, are you in for a treat. Let me break this down for you, okay?
Break it down.
Jake is gone. No clue where he is. He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay?
Gone. Him and his family. Off, except for Thom.
If you are someone who enjoys the Animorphs, because of the constant acknowledgments of leadership and what it means to be a leader, boy, do I have the book for you, because this book will not shut the fuck up about the Jake being a leader, and the leader is gone, and who's going to be our leader, and can someone lead us, and how are we going to lead, and I want to be the leader, and I think I'm capable of leading. But before we get there, first it's important to acknowledge that there's two things that have happened kind of off screen right in the outset. One, Jake is gone. No clue.
Yep.
Number two is that somehow we have figured out Visser 3's new feeding location somewhere. He apparently bops around and has several of these, and they can never find it, but somehow they found one. Now, if you recall, the last time that we found a Visser 3's feeding location, we had him dead to rights. He escaped into a lake. We then had his surrogate body, and we let it go.
We just let him go.
We just left.
We just said, okay. And also, remember the skunk book where he got sprayed with a skunk, and we had him dead to rights, and he said, I'll let you go if you give me the stuff to de-skunk me, because, boy, it's bad.
I forgot about that. You're right. Yeah, so, that was awful book. I remember as well. That was the bottom of my...
that's pretty bad.
Until I read this. So, what is our plan here? We have no plan. Our plan is that we have cheetah morphs.
Let's go slightly annoy him in his field.
They kind of have like one line mention of, oh yeah, by the way, cheetahs, we could pick up a cheetah. And so they get a cheetah morph. And Rachel's like, it's the fastest fucking animal, dude. We can absolutely go get him. Now, what are they going to do? Of course, they're not going to kill him. We know this because they've had several opportunities to kill Visser 3, and they haven't done it yet.
Well, they go and get the cheetah morphs, but they don't describe it to us. They don't tell us when they get it. It's just one paragraph. They're like, yeah, we should get these morphs. And then the next paragraph, they're at the field.
I'm choking on Snapple because because I keep wanting it to be whiskey or something, because I need something stronger to get through.
You're trying to do shots of Snapple to make yourself feel better.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, we have no clue. They just get these cheetahs. And so then they run out into this field and they fight Visser 3. Everything's going pretty good, I guess, depending on what your expectation is for a cheetah fight with Visser 3 at this moment, but for all intents and purposes, I guess they're kind of winning. They're obviously not going to kill him, so I don't know what they're going to do, but they're kicking his ass, and then all of a sudden, something faster than a cheetah just shows up, and it's it's
a fast-moving tornado of sorts.
Some crazy weird thing. A Tasmanian devil bopping around and beating up some of the Animorphs, and Rachel's like, what the fuck is this thing? And it's the Inspector.
The Inspector. He's part of an alien race, called the Garatrons, and he's a potential new member to the Council of 13 of the Earth.
Sure. And he's here to watch Visser 3, I guess?
Yeah, like supervise, is everything on Earth according to plan?
And he just kind of volunteers this information out to the ether, and Visser 3 kind of is like, man, I really wish you weren't, hawking me, dude. The internal affairs unit of the Yerks is checking in on Visser 3. And they're talking about it in the middle of this giant fight with the Andalite bandits. So the Animorphs all get their asses kicked by this thing.
Yeah, it's too fast.
Rachel tells them all to fall back. They all go and at separate times back to the barn to regroup and talk about a plan. And the second they get there, I can't even call her Rachel. This is some other entity has possessed what used to be a beloved
the
character in the series.
as written Rachel in this book.
Yeah, the formerly known as Rachel says basically that, oh, I got the perfect fucking plan.
Yeah.
In my head, the only way that you're adapting this book into TV is if Tim Robinson plays Rachel, because if
yes, oh my god, yes, that would be amazing.
If he plays Rachel, this whole thing makes sense.
They'd be like, Rachel, we don't want to vote for you, and she's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Are you kidding? It's like that I would watch, but this. So I guess if you want to enjoy the book, you can read it through that lens. But so Tim Robinson is like,
yes.
Is like, I got the perfect plan. Here's what we do. We go to every known controller at their place of work, and we sabotage their place of work. So then the inspector will think that there's more Andalite bandits than previously thought.
And it's going to embarrass the Visser.
This will make it seem like the Visser's doing a bad job and get him fired. Now, one of the other Animorphs brings up, I can't remember who, it's Kacey or Marco or somebody, but they say the very valid point, which is how do we know that he won't just immediately be replaced and with someone worse? Like, we don't know anything about any of the other Vissers really. Visser 3 gets fired, then someone else is just going to replace him, right? And basically the rebuttal to this is like, come on.
Rachel's like, you expect me to believe that?
And they never bring it up again. They just are like, well, you're right. That's a crazy point.
I even put a note in. I put a note in my notes that says Rachel's really unlikable in this book. Like, at this point, I was like, she's terrible.
Tip of the iceberg.
So Rachel decides, hey, let's vote for me as leader, and Tobias kind of infers to the reader that he would not have voted for Rachel to be the leader, which I was like, this doesn't sound like Tobias either, because he loves Rachel.
We never get a full circle on this weird exchange.
No, it was so. I was like, that's Tobias would.
She's like, you were gonna vote for me, right? But basically, like, Marco skews the vote because he kind of doesn't want to be embarrassed, but he also wanted to be leader.
Whatever.
Meanwhile, Marco's called the shots before. Remember when Jake's brother was like gonna maybe die when they went away last time? And Marco came up with the whole plan. But you're right. Anyway, Rachel, who I've never heard want to be leader before.
No, she just wants to fuck shit up and have a good time.
All of a sudden, it's her main goal. Yeah. It's the one thing that she's always wanted throughout all of her life. She wants to be the leader of the fucking Animorphs, which also means fucking nothing. Okay, I'm sorry to burst Jake Lover's bubbles here, but the leader of the Animorphs does fuck all. There's like all you have to do is basically be like, we should do this. And then the other Animorphs almost always unanimously agree. And if they don't, guess what? They're a POV character, and that's going to be the plot moving forward. There's no leadership that's required. You know, there's 6 of us. We could probably put our heads together and come up with a plan all together. To act like he's some sort of George Clooney Ocean's 11 mastermind pulling these strings. What are we talking about here? But so Rachel's got this genius plan. We're gonna go to every controller we've ever heard of,
and we're gonna
go to all of their places of work
and threaten them.
So they just go as just different animals. Yeah. And basically just terrorize a bunch of innocent people. Yeah. And then sidebar the controller person and thoughts speak into their head and they go, hey, tell Visser 3 to get out of here. Yeah. And then they leave and they go to another place and they do it again. And Rachel's like, we're doing a kick-ass job. Yeah.
So they start at like a mall. And then they leave, and this line made me laugh. It really it's not supposed to make you laugh, but Tobias says, "Oh, I was watching the people running away from us, and I saw an old guy, and he fell down What if he had a heart attack or whatever? Or whatever? Or whatever, Tobias? A heart attack or whatever? No. No, absolutely not. That made me burst out laughing. I was like, that is not good.
It read to me like, you know when you like see someone cough in a movie and you're like, well, they're sick.
Yeah.
It read like that, where it was like, why else would you bring this up? Clearly that man is dead. And then sure enough,
or whatever.
Yeah, and sure enough, this random guy dying, somehow this news gets to Rachel, and she, like, tells the group, and she's, like, really sad about it, because, this old man croaked it, because they were animals just leaping around in different, like, work establishments.
Yeah.
I guess there's like some TV studio and this 77-year-old man is being elderly abused working for this TV studio. And
he died.
They're like, Joe Biden, go on TV again. And he's like, no.
He pulls out his ice cream for one last lick.
Yeah, this poor bastard bites it. And they're like, clearly that's our fault.
Yes, clearly it's our fault.
I guess.
And
which it's not.
So they do this to a news station. They go to a bookstore. Also, this was kind of weird to me because they're destroying the bookstore. Rachel knocks over a display for like Blue's Clues. And Kacey's like, hey, leave Blue's Clues alone. I have a niece who likes Blue's Clues. And I was like, hang on a second. Cassie is what? 14? Let's say 14. Is that, we're agreeing on this, yes?
Sure.
How old is her sister where she has a niece old enough to like Blue's Clues? Because if Cassie is 14, her sister needs to be at least 26, I would hope.
The math is doing some interesting things over in Forks, Washington. Perhaps.
That was my question. I was like, I've never heard you talk about your sister. I've never heard you talk about your niece. This, again, this is a ghostwriter thing that I don't think she had any of the information, the right information. So.
I think. Perhaps there's something fishy going on here.
And then Marco in Gorilla Morph thought speaks to a child and her mom, which I was like, why? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, why would you do that? I don't know why you would do that.
And then they go, so then I just started like listing everywhere they went off and I stopped taking notes because I was like, all right, this is pointless. Rachel goes to a hairstylist shop that Mrs. Chapman co-owns. Then they go to a sporting goods store. Then they go to a bank and then a tobacco shop. And then they go threaten Chapman. And then they go to a fitness center, then a Kinko's, then a law firm, then a judge's chambers, which they make an oatmeal book reference, which I was like, that is the only reference to anything else that has ever existed in this series. Then they go to a hardware store and then a community center. And Rachel calls herself a king. And
and she says, I'm the interim king. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's not my Rachel. Not my Rachel.
What the fuck is wrong with you? They then decide to go to the place where Tobias was tortured. And Rachel's big idea for this is that they'll all morph polar bears.
Why?
And someone brings up, why can't we do our regular battle morphs? And Rachel's like, what are you guys doing, a mutiny on me? Why you have to question everything I do, huh?
Yeah, and she's like, nobody says no to Jake. And I'm like, actually, no.
It's like they do. They should do it more. But
they do say no to him.
And also you do. Like, also you say no to Jake.
Who gives
what are we
a
talking
shit?
about?
Like, whatever. So they're like, we don't really want to, but I guess we will, because they can't have their own independent thoughts. So they attack. Hork-Bajir come in. The inspector shows up, distracts them enough so that so they continue attacking the Hork-Bajir. Visser 3 comes in and he gets morphs into something horrible that really stinks.
Yes, it's described as like some blob.
Some stinky, dead-ass blob.
Stinky blob, and then they try to attack it, and it doesn't even scratch it. Mr. 3's like, you fools! You thought you could scratch this morph? Like, okay, you have the greatest blob morph of all time?
Yeah.
Sure, dude, knock yourself out.
And then they all get overly hot. Why? Because they're all fucking polar bears with 400 pounds of blubber on their bodies. They got big big asses that trap a lot of heat.
Reason.
And they're all like, "Oh, it's too hot. We can't survive." And Rachel's like, "This was a bad idea."
No shit,
No
moron.
shit.
I don't. Fucking Tim Robinson, Rachel over here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Whoa. This thing.
And I gotta fucking get out of here. And so Rachel says, "All right, I'll go fight Visser 3. Everybody else escape out the window." I don't know how a 600-pound polar bear can get out a window. Riddle me that. And so then Rachel gets out. She's like, we all got to get out of here. And then they all get out. And then she meets up with the gang at the bar. No, she meets up with the gang. And she's like, "Cassie's not with you guys?" And then they just leave. They leave Cassie
They leave
in that building. And then they're like, "Oh no!"
Mad at Rachel.
What?
They're all mad at Rachel about it, and Rachel sucks. But like, we all left, dude.
Nobody was like, "We have to go back for Cassie." No, they all just go to the barn and then they complain about Rachel, and Marco yells at her. Mm-hmm. And then Rachel's like, "Well, I'm going to go alone." And everyone's like, "Don't fucking do that. That's stupid. You're being a dumbass right now." And then Rachel said, "If Jake was here, none of this would have happened." And so Tobias says, "So it's Jake's fault?" And I was like, myself reading this, I was like, "What? No. What the? What?
What are you talking about?
Who are these people? I don't know who these people are. I'm having a stroke trying to fucking figure out who these people are because I don't know them. Who are these people? What happened to our gang?" Anyway, so then Rachel goes to leave and she has a little pout session and Marco chases after her, which this was the best line in the book. He says to her, "Listen, you mall-crawling psycho." I was like, okay, that's a good... I feel like Marco would actually say that because it's kind of funny.
There's one other thing that he says to her. I think it's in this scene a little bit earlier where he's like, "Are you on medication?" And she's like, "Stop being mean to me," something like. But he's like, "No, I'm genuinely asking because I'm actually concerned that you're not taking the right dosage." Yeah, and I'm like,
that was really funny too.
Yeah, because like she comes across as manic.
She's so weird in this.
To the point where you absolutely are like, that's got to be a plot point, and it's just not. No. It's never addressed why she's so weird.
It's bizarre. So then Marco comes out. He hypes her up while also talking her down a little bit, which is fine. Yeah. That I was like, okay, that's the most realistic character interactions.
It's the one scene in the book
based on what we know about everybody else. So Rachel accepts. They go back in. They're like, "Okay, we have a plan," which once again, they don't tell us the plan. But they go to Morgan Airport, which I was like, Morgan Airport? Where's that? It's in Utah. So they go from the Philippines to Utah. And they just steal a plane. They decide they want to steal a plane. They just they jump over the barbed wire. None of them get injured by the barbed wire. They just avoid it because...
For what? For why? Who cares? It's just crazy that Animorphs predicted 9/11 with this book because this is so fucking bananas. They steal this plane from Utah, apparently.
Yeah.
And then Axe is driving. There's a deer that comes out as they're taking him
was so crazy. I thought it was going to be like from a horror movie where there's just a bunch of deer and they all turn their heads and just stare at the plane.
Oh, a bunch of not deer? That would be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of not deer.
This is just a regular old deer and
he's just hanging out.
Like swerves the whole plane. They almost crashed. They're like, "Phew, that was close. Boy, if you only read 10 pages later." Because they take off. They're going for the pool.
Uh-huh.
And they decide we gotta just beeline it right for the fucking pool. They all jump ship. Yeah. Rachel's like, "You guys get out of here. I'll take this thing down."
I'll take this
never
plane
flown
down.
A plane in her life.
No.
She's never flown a plane in her life. And she hopefully never will again because she drives this thing right into the fucking building. She morphs into it's like an eagle or something, right at the last minute, and then gets out just in time as the plane fucking crashes into a building, and we never really talk about it
and
again.
Gianni, this is where we prove jet fuel can't melt steel beams. That's all I'm saying.
I guess not.
Jet fuel can't melt
not.
steel beams.
Yeah. I won't say tree did 9/11, but no.
So the plane crashes from the top of the building to the bottom underground to the pool, I guess, so the entire building collapses, I guess. And Rachel attacks the Hork-Bajir guarding Cassie. Cassie's still a polar bear at this point. And
yeah, she's obsessed with this fucking polar bear.
She's just hanging out. And so thankfully Cassie gets to demorph and get away so she can demorph and then remorph so she's not trapped as polar bear. And then the Viscera arrives with the inspector, and he's like, I got a bandit for you to kill. And then he negs the inspector, where he's like, I bet you can't even kill one. I bet you can't even kill one.
They just start bickering for no reason. I know that there's like inter-Uric rivalries and stuff, but
this was
for Visser 3 to not at all take advantage of maybe helping to get, I don't know, an Andalite bandit killed. Like, I don't even know. I don't know what anybody's thinking.
No,
this is everybody is dumb in this book for no reason. Like, beyond
everyone's just
any normal
cartoons, clownish caricatures of themselves. So then Tobias, Axe, and Marco fly in together. Marco's a cobra, and the other two are carrying him in. And Marco, as a cobra... I forgot about this.
I literally just read it, and I forgot that this was the big gotcha.
Big climax of the book. So Marco's snaking his way over to the inspector while the inspector doesn't notice, I guess. And once the inspector stops moving, Marco slithers over, bites him, injects all the venom into him, and he's like, ha, bitch. And then Rachel tells them to go bird and get the fuck out because everybody needs to leave. Fuck Visser 3, I guess.
And then as the inspector is like dying of poison, Visser 3's like, oh, guess I'll just watch you die. Like he's like,
oh, Widow Baby with the venom.
He's like the two grumpy old men from the Muppets watching this for some reason. It's just Visser 3 like, ooh.
The inspector's stumbling and Visser 3's like, oh, Widow Baby. And he's like, well, I guess the Andalite bandits aren't so easy to defeat after all, huh? Little guy. And so
we don't get a confirmation that the inspector died, but like it seems pretty implicit.
He died. Yeah, I think he died.
Which is fucking bananas because that's an alien species as well.
Yes.
So like we didn't want to kill Alaran when we had him dead to rights several times.
Absolutely not.
Because we were like, even though Visser 3's bad, like we can't get rid. We can't wreck a human life. But the inspector, they're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit. So
and then they leave.
And then Visser 3 lets him leave because he wants to make the inspector look bad to make him look better. So because the Andalite bandits are difficult, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Rachel decides she's gonna go see the grandson of the man that died at the mall. And she's like, your grandpa died, right? And he's like, yeah, why are you here? And she's like, I don't know. I just felt like
worse. It's worse. She goes to his house.
She calls him first. She
goes to his fucking house.
And then asks to go to his house.
And she like lies. She's like, I worked with him at the TV station. You're 14 years old. What do you mean?
14!
I worked with him at the TV station. I'd love to talk to his grandson. And so she just describes this brief and awkward as fuck interaction where the kid's just like sitting there like, why is this girl talking to me, this stranger? And she's just like reminding this kid that her granddad died.
Hey, your grandpa died.
And then,
crazy, right?
That suck? Oh, is that really sad? I wonder if something scared him into a heart attack.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. And
if it wasn't going to be us, it was going to be you.
Yeah, I guess. and then she leaves and she sees at the bottom of the driveway there's Jake. And again, she has no questions for how he got there or why he's there or anything like that. They just start walking home together.
Yeah, and they have a nice conversation, this was the only other part of the book where I was like, okay, I'm glad to see this relationship because I don't think we get enough of Jake and Rachel being cousins and like being family.
Well, yeah, the last time we got it, I think was literally the solution.
Yeah,
which is insane. Yeah, but that was my favorite part of that book was this relationship. Yeah. And so this was the scene that proved to me like, I am right. Like, not everybody, like everybody's capable of good work,
Yes.
and then some things are better
Yes.
examples of it than
Yes.
others. This is the one scene where I'm like, you can write,
Yes.
Elise. You can write. Like, you're not a bad writer by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all.
This is just, I don't know what went wrong.
You were dealt
but
with a shorthand
everything
or
else.
something was rushed. It just feels like this book was so rushed. Rushed.
Did they tell her, like, was it someone else supposed to be a ghostwriter and they missed a deadline and then they were like, we gotta get this thing out tomorrow, right?
Boy, I don't even know. I don't even know.
We should reach out to Elise and see if she'll come on and explain.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I don't think she want to talk to us after she hears what we have to say. But,
probably not. But it's not.
Maybe.
Please don't take it personally. We know you are capable of good work, and this just felt like you were dealt a shorthand. That's all.
Oh, trust me, I've been told my writing is dog shit before, dude. Like,
your writing is
I promise
not
you.
dog shit at all.
Oh, I know it's not. I'm fucking
good.
goated, dude. but all I mean to say is that it's like writers have thicker skin, pussies. But anyway, I'm allowed to say that. I write.
Yes.
So,
yes,
but
absolutely.
but so then, she basically is just like, how do you do it? Mm-hmm. How do you lead?
Yeah.
And then there's actually a really beautiful moment where it kind of describes that there's like a crack in his facade, and he reveals himself to be a scared boy that like has to make hard decisions, and then he like recomposes himself and is just like, it's war. This is just what we do.
It's so good. It was such a
really
good
sweet moment.
Just you see the break.
Yeah, if I liked Jake or believed in leadership qualities of the Animorphs, I would totally agree with this. But like, I don't, so it's kind of whatever. But it is still a beautiful moment, just in the way it's written.
Yeah. That's the best part of the book.
And then she's like, never leave. And he's like, okay. And that's it.
Okay.
That's the end.
The end.
That's how I imagine.
This is not going in the TV show.
That's how I imagine Jake.
Oh, yeah. Good. I think, that's kind of how he talks a little bit in my head also.
To say this isn't going into the TV show is like such an understatement. The only, truly and honestly, I'm like not kidding. The only way I would allow it would be that you get Tim Robbins to inexplicably we change just that actor.
It could be an April Fool's episode. It could be an April Fool's episode.
I would do that.
Done.
I would do
Done.
that. And you do
Can
it
we
like,
give him pigtails?
Exactly. Yeah. We have Tommy Wiseau do all of the special effects.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Or
Neil Breen.
And we just are like, here it is.
Yes.
And don't question anything. Go
That's
nuts.
it. And that's it. And we don't offer any explanations. I think actually that would be incredible. We don't explain it. We don't talk to anybody about the episode. We pretend it never happened.
Yeah.
Actually, I would really love it if more TV shows did crazy shit like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would totally be down for it. I mean, no studio ever would allow this to happen, but
they wouldn't. But it would be incredible.
That would totally work for me. I would just add 100%. One scene at the very end where it's just the actress who plays Rachel like wakes up and it was all a dream, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my God!
And it goes back.
What the fuck?
That's the stinger that closes the episode. Other than that, everything else stays exactly the same.
Yes.
Yeah, we only use like CG models from the year 2000 when the book came out.
Yes.
Or before.
Yeah.
And
we're not using new stuff.
Oh no. Yeah, and so like even all of the animals
claymation.
are like graphically dated.
Claymation.
Yeah, just complete like an utter Lynchian fever dream, and we don't talk about it until the very end of the episode.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that and just never talk about it again.
God, there must be so many ghostwriters who, if they ever listen to this show, or would listen and be like, they said they wouldn't adapt my book, but they'd adapt this fucking piece.
Well, come talk to us. We would love to get more information about your perspective.
Oh, totally.
Genuinely. Yeah. I'm not saying that to joke. I really mean that. Like, I love learning new things and getting different perspectives. I would love to be more educated on like what happened behind the scenes. I would love that.
Yeah, because anyway. You just know that there was a super quick turnaround time. I mean, all of these books came out within months of each other.
A couple months, yeah.
And I mean, and the only reason that I think K.A. Applegate went like 20 books in a row of ghostwriters is truly and honestly, I mean, I think she was only absent from the series for like cumulatively like 6 months, but like that's just how quick they're churning and burning. So
well, she also just had a baby, so of course, like, don't take away time from my baby.
Yeah,
parents should have time
if you
off.
are a ghostwriter who worked on this show,
please reach out to us.
For whatever reason, want to keep yourself anonymous, like we can.
Yeah, we don't have to say
distort your voice.
Yeah,
but you can absolutely reach out. We'll talk to anybody. We met a fan. I know you could cut this out of the episode if you want, but we met a fan. We met Just a Bird Jimmy the other day.
Our boy.
And like what a lad. Shout out to Just a Bird Jimmy.
Lad.
The coolest dude. But
He's so sweet.
We'll talk to anybody, dude. Even if you want to do it off the record, you just hit us up.
Hell yeah, just let us know. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to the next book. Let's see what's next in this Fever Dream series.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that the series keeps going.
Mm-hmm. It's The Arrival, book 38.
Oh, come on, dude. What is this?
Gianni, do you see something wrong?
What's happening at the end?
What do you mean?
Why is it holding something all of a sudden?
Who's holding something? What are you talking about?
Okay, so it's Axe, and he's morphing into a bird.
Uh-huh.
But then, he's holding nothing, but then the last image, he's, holding sticks.
He's landing on a branch.
Oh, that's what that's supposed to be?
I think so. That's how I saw it.
Kind of crooking
he's landing,
into the...
Do you like his hands turning into wings? Because I know you got a thing with limbs.
Yeah, I hate that, dude. I absolutely hate that. You know what's funny? So, I have that thing with, long limbs that I'm like,
you don't like long
freaks
limbs.
Me out. My brother has a thing with unnaturally thick limbs. So,
really?
Not
that's so weird that you guys have,
Yeah, I don't know how this
complementing fears.
I think we were hunted in past lives. We laugh about it all the time. But he has a thing with and I mean to say unnaturally thick in the sense of you ever see someone who has a leg that they're suffering some sort of injury and it looks like all of the parts of the leg are the exact same size. It's just a tree trunk straight down.
It's like a lymphedema or something.
Yes, that is my brother's fear, is seeing that.
That's so strange.
And so the third image in particular, these thick arms, I'm that's exactly.
So wait, it would be like Ariana Grande torso, but The Rock arms and legs.
Yeah. Oh God. I didn't like that.
Your worst enemy.
I didn't like that at all. Oh my gosh. Oh.
That made me laugh.
It's I love Doug Jones so much.
Yes.
Doug Jones, unbelievable actor.
Yes.
But Doug Jones is the limit of what I can tolerate in regards to long limbs. I like it. I can't do it.
I like it.
I can't do it.
What's the tagline say on The Arrival there?
It says, Andalites have reached Earth. Will Axe leave the Animorphs? So I guess they're just... You remember back in the day when the taglines used to be kind of cryptic and you're like, what could they be talking about?
It's
and then this one's just what if we just gave the log line pitch?
Yeah! So, what do you think this book is going to be about, The Arrival?
If I had to guess, it's probably that the Andalites come to Earth and then Axe has to debate if he's going to go home with them.
I just read some of the synopsis.
Go out on a whim.
I just read some of the synopsis and it...
I hope it opens with Jake is gone again.
It's not. Sorry to burst your bubble. All right.
Fuck.
Andalites have finally arrived on Earth. The Animorphs and Axe now have allies willing to fight against the Yeerk invasion, but there are only 4 Andalites.
Why? Why are they being stingy now? What do you mean?
That's not nearly enough to defeat thousands of Yeerks, and it's not enough to stop humans from being infested.
What? Also, not for nothing, the fucking Animorphs have gone to several planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. like so many times now.
This is
the
like
Andalites.
This is like
took them this long to spare 4 fucking guys. You kidding?
This is like me living in New York and nobody in my family comes to visit me. I have to go out and visit all of them. And then when they come over, it's like half a day and then they leave. It's like that type of energy. So, everyone agrees that the battle must continue. But the Andalites don't want to fight alongside humans. Then why are you here then?
Why? Why? What do you mean?
They feel their skills will be less than adequate. That doesn't sound like the Andalites we know, FYI.
Yeah, wait, what?
And they demand that Axe choose a side. Will he stay with his friends or stand with his people? What?
Why? Why do they do that? That's crazy.
Gianni.
The Andalites kind of suck, dude.
They
sometimes
the Andalites and the Yeerks are two sides of the same coin. They're very much alike in a lot of regards, but this is kind of bullshit. Not saying
that's
it's
crazy.
Bad writing, but like, what is this plot? Why did they only bring 4? Why did they come to Earth? Why do they say they can't fight for the humans? Why would you even come to a planet with only 4 of you if you're not gonna fight and if you're not gonna... What are we doing?
Maybe they're like lost.
There we go.
Maybe the Andalites are like...
They lost.
Doing something. This is like some
An
sort of ragtag
gone
group
wrong.
that... Yeah. I mean, it's like a C-3PO situation. They just wound up on Tatooine, and they were like, we have to get back or whatever.
Yeah.
And then maybe these guys are just dicks or whatever, and
the ship started crashing.
Maybe they're not indicative of the entire race.
Yeah, the ship started crashing, and one of the Andalites was like, "Wow!" Because that
was pretty good.
That's what R2D2
that was
does.
Really good,
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Was that not? That was pretty good.
That was really good.
I can only do it once. I can't do it over and over again.
That's okay.
Because I lose it.
Just take the exact same audio clip, just put it right there, and then just pretend that you just did it exactly perfect again.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's my R2D2. You're welcome.
That was really good.
Thank you. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, wow. We got through this in record time. Everybody
we really did.
Looking forward to our hour and a half episodes.
Sorry, folks.
I'm so sorry to disappoint, but...
We're a little crunched for time, and next week is Thanksgiving, and I don't want to record on Thanksgiving week. Gianni doesn't want to record on Thanksgiving week. That. So we had to make do with the time that we had, and Gianni has a better social life than I do.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm
you
certainly
absolutely do.
I'm certainly busy at this time in my life, which is a good thing? Question mark. But I miss the old days when I got to just do nothing. But now I'm I have eye strain. I have to wear blue eye glasses. This is just the worst.
Listen, you can just start crossing your eyes and people will leave you alone.
Yeah, truly.
Give them one of these.
Great idea. Yeah, that'll get them.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Anyway. I develop a speech impediment as well.
Hey guys. Yeah.
to turn people.
Start curling your upper lip.
Yeah, that'll get them. Yeah, you like that?
You're like. Okay, so you guys can email us. You can send us an email. Hey, Ghostwriters, if you're listening, come on into our inbox a little bit if you want to hang out. You can email us at morphinbuddies@gmail.com. That's morphinbuddies at gmail.com.
It's the fucking worst, dude. It's
the fucking best.
Gianni,
worst. I can't wait for the next book. I'm sure it's going to make perfect sense, and it's going to be just as good in terms of Visser.
I have actually heard already that the 38th book is not good. So
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I don't normally go in with preconceived notions apart from,
we try not to.
Whatever I already come into it thinking. But I try to come in with a blank slate. And I will try to do the same when we read this, but a blank space. But yeah, I get what you're going for.
Same thing.
It's not actually. That's
Space and slate are kind of.
That's a future Hall of Fame songwriter.
A slate is kind of a
right
space to be written on. So.
I mean, I guess by that metric, quite a lot of things are space, I suppose.
Yes, the space is just the absence of a thing. It's a space. That's why it's called a space between words.
Tell me, wise one, what is the difference in definition then in space and the word nothing?
Space and nothing. Well, it depends on your definition of space. If you mean space between words, that is nothing. That is just an open, empty slot. Now, if you're talking about space as in the universe, well, that's a big old spot with a lot of nothing, but also with a lot of something. Right. So, it really just depends on your definition.
Got it. Well, there you go, folks. You can write in with your
hot takes.
definitions of things.
Yeah. I got a blank slate, baby.
And
I'll write your name.
I don't like this. As a Swiftie on this podcast, I do not like this. I don't like this bastardization of one of our great American songstresses.
It is probably my favorite song of hers, if I'm going to be honest. I really do love that song.
Yeah, I mean, you and Travis Kelce. I think that, and this is my hot take.
Did you like the new album? Is that your hot take?
Oh, yes, I could say that is my hot take. I actually am a defender of the new album.
Wow.
I'll do that hot take in a second. The hot take I was going to say was that I think that people whose favorite song of Taylor Swift's is Blank Space actually haven't listened to that many Taylor Swift songs.
You'd be correct.
Yes, because I know a lot of people are like, it's her best song. And it's like...
Well, it's my personal favorite. It's not her best. I wouldn't say that. But it's my personal favorite.
Yeah. No. I mean,
how could you not like
judgment.
Me?
No judgment. I'm just saying that if someone claims to be a Swiftie and they say... You didn't. I'm just saying in the future to listeners out there.
Yes.
If someone claims to be a Swiftie and they say that Blank Space is their favorite Taylor Swift song... I would question whether or not they are actually a Swiftie.
You have to call them
get on them
an
for
imposter. That one. Just shout imposter.
Yeah, I would get on him on that.
Yeah.
And her future husband says that that's his favorite song. So do with that information what you will.
Yikes.
Do with that hot take what you will. But yes, I don't think The Life of a Showgirl is that bad. I think that it's getting a bum rap.
That's fair. I think people are just mad that she's happy.
I think there's some terrible songs on there.
Sure.
Like Canceled is unfortunately one of Taylor's all-time worst songs.
Yikes.
Love You, Taylor, but Canceled is a disaster. But Opalite is an absolute certified banger. So
there you go.
Life of a Showgirl, not as bad as the people are telling you. Also, it's brief. Tortured Poets Department was two almost 3 times longer and had a lot of songs that sounded very redundant. So I my hot take would be that Life of a Showgirl is better than Tortured Poets. So there you go.
Wow. All right.
Hit me with any of your Taylor Swift questions.
Yeah.
I love talking about Taylor Swift.
Absolutely. And we will all leave you Snapple fact list because I see you've got a giant Snapple. And
it's a big one today.
A big one
today. I needed it for this.
For this nightmare. All right, we'll end this in under an hour. I hope you guys weren't too disappointed, but I hope we made it entertaining anyway. So... we love you guys to pieces and bits. And we hope you have a great holiday season whenever you hear this, whenever you celebrate. Be safe, love your family, be kind to people. And we'll see you in the arrival. We will arrive at the arrival the next time we reach your beautiful little eardrums. Okay, bye.
Bye.